Welcome back to the stream. We are continuing our adventures with Finon. Oh boy. Hi
Ion is
enemies.
not having
I'm
a
gonna do
good
this.
time.
And they're gone.
Well,
Yeah, Finon's
anyway.
not having fun, but we're gonna continue our story. Oh my god, yesterday was so long.
Well, let's see if today is even longer. Who
Yeah.
knows?
You knocked yourself down.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
I wish it said that, yeah. Bye-bye.
God.
So extra, I love it, dude. Just
Oh yeah, so I was
dead.
re-watching the Finon character trailer again,
Okay.
and I think I was right that the deeper or second voice was probably Kozlana.
Okay.
Or I guess previous Kevin, whoever, Flame Reaver, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
So,
Here it comes in. The black tide is really no joke.
wait, hold on. So this is a Black Tide Akama, but Hycelin's here?
Yeah, remember this is patch 0, like version 0 of the...
No. That means that Saraja hasn't left yet.
Yes. My
Not
feet are...
DS, but that means that Saraja leaving is in fact a consequence of Amphorius becoming a cycle, not because
God,
of the
that's...
flame chase. So that is an incredibly major point, and like I was saying at some point, that Saraja was told that the flame chase is incorrect or something. And of course, this is before all of that, but somehow I doubt that.
God, that's just so absurd.
Indeed.
I'm curious where they're
I
going.
do kind of wish he had
this.
more than one
The waters end
line
here.
for it.
Yeah.
The one you seek is beyond this point.
At last, I can meet with Her Majesty Saridra herself.
Ooh. Okay.
Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Don't piss her off.
Still being respectful.
Don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty. And most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals. Especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown.
She's like, fuck, don't fucking honor me this way. Just say, hello, what up?
Hello, what up?
That's interesting, though. She was described as a tyrant, but still, I guess a way of putting it is humble?
A humble
Or not
tyrant.
necessarily humble, but like prideful in a way that she wants other people to have pride in themselves, too.
She really is down to earth.
The second thing to note, only trusted ones may
Oh.
come near her. Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise.
Well, I mean, otherwise she'll throw a chess piece at your face.
Yeah. It's like the meme of like it's like in Persona where the chalk gets tossed at you. Just stay out of the
you
way
mean
so you can dodge.
ratio.
This is a good thing.
Yes.
Stay sharp, and you'll be just fine.
Don't
Okay, I'll
worry,
stay
Sharp is
pointed.
my middle name.
This is sharp. My sword. Greet Imperator Saridra. Okay.
I don't see Saraja
I see Aglaya and Tribby.
Saraja, when did you turn into 2 people?
Duck's Goldweaver. Little hostage.
Lux Goldweaver.
Little
Apologies for
Hostage.
leaving.
It's you.
Oh, right. He hasn't gotten over the trauma of dealing
Dying.
with knowing them and then seeing them alive again.
He's like, oh.
This really is just a first stage homerism.
That makes
Yeah.
things easier.
Before that,
For you,
I'm
maybe.
more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saridra?
Oh yeah, about that. This was a trap.
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her. The Imperator decreed the Deliverer will not appear in this
Whoa.
age. Be wary of suspicious individuals. Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job.
Oh boy, we have to fight them.
I see. It's a trap. I had no
It's a
intention
trap.
of fight. So remember this, Lady Hysealans. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want
I
to
don't
see
know
Exo
if you
Sarah's hurt each
misunderstand
other.
me.
Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you. And
Comes
decide.
Casters.
I would rather fight you guys, thank you.
As you wish.
White-haired swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world. So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
It all sucks.
Speak of Chibi's prophecy.
You shall shatter into 1,000
She's like, oh shit!
and wither in the soil of foreign lands.
You're not supposed to know that. Nobody's supposed to fucking know that.
He's like, oh
I'm
god.
not supposed to know that. I've been repressing it real hard.
Dude, that facial animation, like of the oh shit, was so good by
Is that
Hoyo.
correct, Lady Treeby?
He's a stranger.
Should I
and
say
she's like,
Livy Tribuos?
How
Well.
is this possible?
He got it right?
even she's like, what the hell? Also,
Oh,
are those
shit.
scales on her cheek below
Yeah.
her eye?
Yes.
Hello, fish.
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here. At least, not in this
It didn't.
era.
Well, fuck the prophecy and fuck the rules.
You must listen to me. Aglaya, Treeby.
Oh,
The
yeah,
final
we're
of
way
this
in the
world has
past.
not yet
Yeah, we're in cycle 0 or cycle 1, remember?
distant
No,
future.
I mean
You will
the
follow
past
the
is in the
prophecy's guidance
years.
and appear before you. But do
So
not
Fion
seek
literally
the
isn't
power,
born yet. Aiza Lizzie
because Aaron
perhaps
Nova
doesn't even
is a
exist
complete
yet.
and utter lie.
Ah.
And he'll also come to you anyway, so
Yeah, if you see him,
aware of
just
that?
shoot him in the head. Have Castris go, nice to meet you,
No.
hug.
no, don't shoot him in the head, shoo him away.
No, just have Castris give him a big ol' hug and be like, hi, it's nice to see you.
No, we still need him, so if he dies then we're screwed harder.
I guess,
I
yeah.
will tell you the truth. And you will
I'm sure
understand
this
why
isn't
you
going to
must
go well,
forsake the
letting them know the
prophecy
truth.
and find another path to Aaron Nova.
If
This
Madoka
is like
Magic
Homer
has
and
told us
Fast
anything.
Forward.
You. And I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse,
Whoa.
and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saridra. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement. The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it.
Oh, good.
The spoils of the Flame Chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle,
I'm sorry,
in
what?
our conquest of the Earth,
Let him cook
I
first.
had to prove that my power could transcend fate.
You're going to Earth. Oh boy, which era of Earth are you going to? 50,000 years ago or the present?
In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth. But this time,
Right.
Amphorius encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy, cheering for the hero of the destruction. who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time.
Interesting.
Yes. In that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clearer. I proved myself. And in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans. One by one. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally,
Right.
the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed.
But butterfly effect is a bitch.
Yeah.
Tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome?
You're a
Timeline
video
convergence.
game.
No. Science
Control it
8
down.
taught us timeline convergence.
First
we need to
eternal
break
recurrence.
timeline even.
End.
We need to break time even harder. than
What the
this.
hell? There's two of them.
Yeah.
Well, hello.
This is not good.
The people kept
Spider-Man
their
meme.
promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world, after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphorius.
What?
At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear?
Man.
Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes?
No, I can't cry anymore. I'm out of tears.
My
I'm
tears
trying
literally
so
incinerate on the
hard.
Has
touch.
been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent.
Needs one more.
I'll remember this world through
No,
anger.
he doesn't.
As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So,
Fine on, you need to practice deep breathing.
Executioner, I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive.
Or I could just die to your
Oh.
sword, and now it's all your
I
problem.
don't get to see that?
Have fun.
Well, I like to imagine he just kind of slapped Finon in the face
After
with
that,
the flat of his sword.
He raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we knew that this was going to happen, but also...
Who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future.
Yeah, that's...
I can't remember anymore. I only
That's a
remember
fun paradox.
hiding in the shadows just
Oh, we're
outside.
fucking syphilis, too.
Yeah, we are.
Stone
You... Syphilis?
Fall,
Wasn't that his name?
No.
Sisyphus?
fall,
Syphilis. There you go.
climb again.
Syphilis is a disease.
Yeah, that's a disease.
Fine, Rockman. Is that better?
Mega Man?
No, it's Sisyphus. Google, I don't want AI mode. Fuck off.
The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow.
Sometimes slow,
resting on a
slow,
gentler
quick, quick, slow.
Leaning against the stone for a break. But its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point, beginning again.
Man.
After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the fourth quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in this cycle
Man.
dissolve into nothing at the same time.
Man.
Depression is fun. Eternal Currents number 1. Subject Kazlana persuade the 12 Chrysers to recover all 12 core flames in a peaceful way. Purification, the unauthorized access do not have a substantial impact on the experimental process. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysers are terminated strictly in the predetermined experimental sequence and successfully loaded into the buffer. Subject Kazlana regressed the extrapolation process and abnormal functions were detected in his mind function. Admin notes. First devastating failure. Oh, this is the... Who wants to...
Oh,
all
good.
right.
We get to read the research notes.
You go ahead.
Recurrence 2. Subject Kazlana adopted a strategy similar to the Eternal Recurrence 1. No substantive impact on the experiment was observed. Life cycle 12 crisis errors terminated normally in sequence. Subject Kazlana regressed the extrapolation process. 3. Minor adjustments detected in strategy. Decision weighing for avoid sacrifice of past companions has been increased.
What?
After verification, this adjustment did not have a substantiated impact. Normally in sequence. Number 15, I can't read all that. Subject Kazlana attempted to decompile the Black Tide for the first time, aiming to elevate access privileges and execute unauthorized access authorization against specific subjects represented by the 12 Chrysos heirs. Life cycles terminated normally. Extrapolation process regressed. 42, Subject Kazlana's 11th attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. The decision weighing for avoid sacrifices showed minor decline. In sequence. 133. Analysis of observations from Eternal Recurrence 83 to 133 indicate that the subject's strategy is gradually converging with that of number 42. Over-synchronicity risk detected. Potential cognitive function degradation is suspected. So he keeps trying to break through Kefali's core, or the Eye of Twilight.
Yeah.
Over-synchronicity risk detected. So
That to me sounds like he vibed too hard with the another instance of himself, and that could be talking about why he's saying he can't remember which one of them walked away. Was it me from the previous loop or me from this loop?
Anyway, it also says admin notes. This will undoubtedly reinforce Iron Tomb's destructive vector. Within expectations, no intervention required. I was also
That's
thinking
reassuring.
about something. So, if Iron Tomb was tricked into thinking Amphorius is completed, aren't we the worst possible outcome for Amphorius? And there is the matte silence once again.
I'm chewing.
Well, stop eating on stream!
Yeah,
No, so like what I'm seeing here is basically basically I'm saying like what you said. Like it seems like this shit is just like going through. He keeps trying and trying to break through the fire.
You're killing me.
Look,
Matt, I said a completely different subject matter.
also this is blanked out.
For fuck's sake. This is why we can't have nice conversations.
134. Whoa! What the hell? Uh-oh. 33,550,202 until the end of the world. The 134th Eternal Recurrence. Oh, are we just gonna see all the ones from the memories there?
Absolute nonsense.
Hi, Anaxa.
Cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No, it's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots.
I
Yeah,
vibe with
sounds
the
like an
Naxa
Naxa.
so hard right now.
Eons, paths. What a load of nonsense.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was
No.
already expecting this. The black tide came from beyond the sky. And everything else is no exception.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change, the Anaxa I know always remains as harsh as ever.
Yay.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles, to crush them in their cradles.
He's like,
That definitely
fuck.
sounds like an AXA. I'm
like-
going to remain freaking atheist,
Atheist.
whether my future and / or past selves like it or not.
Yeah, fuck
If they
this
don't
shit.
like it, I'll just assassinate them across time.
I will go through 33 million other incarnations of myself and happily slaughter them if they like the gods. That's extremely Anaxa.
Bad. Now only you have the ability.
If you see me being non-atheist, you have my permission to stab me, okay?
What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help?
Oh?
Of course.
Wait.
The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble titans have no reason to refuse.
Actually, that brings me to a point I was thinking about a while ago. So, Flame Reaver, right? When do we see Flame Reaver actually doing things? Because I had thought about this for a while. We know the Flame Reaver was at Ides Elysiae, and then he just stopped showing up for a while, right? Matt, I swear to God.
No, like, I'm thinking. Like, go ahead.
Okay. The only other time we see him actively doing something is with Anaxagoras.
Right.
He is there at the Luminary Throne, which seemed to also relate back to what Anaxagoras was trying to do anyway. And then we kind of lure him to Castrum Kremnos, but that's not necessarily something that he chose to do. And then he shows up to take Kefli's core flame by fighting Cypher, who he thought had the core flame, and then going back to Akama afterwards.
Right.
So I think him being there with Anaxagoras might be what this is trying to explain.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, all those, like, details we saw of, like, where it was the different little memory things. I think we're about to go through all of those, Daniel. Where it was, like, 134, 700,000, like that. I think we're about to go through all of those.
I hear you guys talking kind of past each other.
I know, and I hate it.
Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my pupil.
I've already heard the same thing.
Oh, he's getting
Countless
raspier,
times.
too.
Yeah, that's not good.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me. We've all made preparations for total annihilation. Never thought someone would step in to help.
Yeah, okay, so this is how we get the core flame of reason. Was Aranaxa in on this?
I don't know. I don't think so, because...
Sounds like something he would be in on.
Light up the dawn.
Aranaxa was in on everything.
You've been to the
Just-
luminary throne before, haven't you?
Well, I mean, it's not like there's a
What you were
blockage
talking
here.
about in past cycles.
You were already much luckier than the other students.
Well, that's not incorrect, I guess.
Yeah. This is where we found Anaxa last time. The core flame is just fucking sitting here.
Hold up. Keep your wits about you.
Cypher.
Someone's watching us.
Pretty boy. your eyesight's better than I thought. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you, isn't it, Whitehair?
You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason.
And I'm about to get stabbed in it.
Take my
One of
words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, cat girl.
This.
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. That is just heartbreaking. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me. Second, this is none of your business, Grove Boy.
Damn.
Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
That's rich.
Here we go. Again.
Core Flame thieves. You really think you can scare off a sage of the grove with nothing but empty threats?
Oh, good.
Gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue. Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor, feast on Cersei's core flame right here. Aw, don't cry now.
That was close. I'm out of here.
Bruh.
And here we find out that he has the power of Oryx.
I know how he fucking works.
Though, it is also very funny that he probably, because of Cyrene's time stamp, he's like...
Yeah. Good to know he
like,
doesn't.
oh,
change.
hey, come back, buddy!
And yet so naive.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Of course. When I first set out on the flame chase journey, Lady Treby never managed to teach me Oryx's miracle. But along the way, I learned a thing or two.
Get back here, motherfucker! That's a
The
read.
Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in handy.
How is this possible?
You've arrived.
Because I'm a priest of Oryx, motherfucker!
Always so punctual.
What? You know who I am?
I'm running
I do now.
so I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, spirit thief. Hand over the core flame, and let's pretend we never clashed. This way, you and this world can still be saved.
Save. You sing better than any bard. If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Emporius has ever known.
Well, that's not gonna go well for
No
him.
matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh.
You know, Algami never just bleeds in front of people and he's like, oh yeah, I'm a demigod too, motherfucker.
Yeah.
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through.
Oh, this is gonna be a lot of core
And
flames.
the number of core flames I carry is
1,596.
I carry a lot of
Christ.
fucking core flames. How many core flames can we shove into this man's body?
Holy king shit. So what's the number 33 million what?
33,550,336, I think.
So I'm doing that by, do you want me to do 12 or 13?
12, because there's 12 core flames, Matt.
That's
But
402,604,032 core flames. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell.
Hang on.
I
Yeah.
opened... Yeah?
Did Matt? Oh,
I opened a
Matt,
calculator.
Did you, oh, okay.
I opened it. Greg, what do you think? I'm not actually going to calculate in my head how big of a number that is. I'm going to open a calculator. God, he's
I was
gonna
gonna
have
say
402
I'm
million.
impressed because you beat me to the number.
God, he's going to have 402 million core flames in him. Jesus.
yes.
1,000 core flames and just a single Chrysos hair. How is that even possible?
I've come this far. And that's proof enough.
But someday you will burn to the ground.
No, he'll burn the ground itself.
Of course.
Well, he will burn. He will
Divine
burn with the
flames will
ground.
eventually consume my eyes and blind me. But before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker. Now when I cut open your stomach, you won't feel a thing. This is the final warning.
This is the final lesson.
Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
This world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it,
Dr. Strange, we like.
999,999 of them all point to outcomes of certain destruction. Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve that 1 in 100 million possibility.
Bartolos!
Brett, if you got the guts,
Bartolos is gonna face Divine on and be like, oh shit, I regret a lot of things right now.
Yeah, here we go.
this little brat is not a threat we can deal with just by ourselves.
Zagreus literally sacking himself.
Oh, those are different voice lines than normal.
Yeah.
I'm fine. There's no other choice but to move forward.
We've literally got a Titan willing to probably die just to buy enough time to get
Damage boost.
countermeasures in place.
Honestly, Cypher should have stuck around and been like, oh wait, hold on a minute. Maybe he was telling the truth. Maybe there's something really fucking wrong here.
How absurd.
I think you just killed him. Oh, God.
Wow.
In my memories, Zagreus always meets the same end. Over and over again. Their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
Damn.
This reason core flame before us is a fake. Obvious as day.
I know. I know.
Hi.
It always plays out like this. The spirit thief covers.
So has this same story happened every time until we popped in?
Two core flames.
I mean, it still happened when we were here.
Yeah, but it happened in a different way. Oh, God, the cat's here.
And then, driven by defiance or hatred,
Playing the trailer music again.
she decides to stand before me once more. Exactly like the countless past hers I've known. Cunning. Yet so naive.
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out countless times, tell me, will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question, the endings haven't been so cruel.
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that this time, you won't catch up to me. No one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape anymore.
Whether you believe me or not, I'll still tell you this. You've made the wrong decision.
The cat has fucked around, and the cat has found out.
All right,
Well, I don't think she's fucked around yet.
we'll see.
Silence.
This is new.
Yay!
What are you trying to pull now?
Go, Cyphera. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you.
You needed to be less of an asshole. My
You
God,
walked
dude.
too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility.
Ooh.
For old time's sake, turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried, because there's one thing I'm sure of. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save. They are no more than ants to you now, aren't they?
I mean, you have to detach yourself, otherwise you go literally insane.
Yeah.
I mean, detaching himself isn't going to save his sanity. It's just going to prolong the inevitable.
Looks at Homura. Yep, me.
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye? Now I have the answer. It turns out that fiery demon has been fantasizing of becoming this world's deliverer.
I don't want to argue anymore. No matter what I say, the outcome won't change. Make your biggest effort to resist. Or accept fate. And hand over the core flame to me. Even if it's futile, we all have the right to choose.
Yes. Even if it is futile. And the world is just a divine joke.
When I walk into the destruction ridden by the gods, with my own 2 legs, you will witness. Even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story.
And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, a traveler and the scholar fulfilled their fates once again. Or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates. I can't quite remember all this. In the endless darkness, for no reason, a voice always lingered by my ear. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds.
Aglaya, you taught him the wrong things!
Good job, Aglaya! You fucked everybody over! Good job! God damn it.
Reduced to ashes. Such a familiar end. It happens in every journey. Always the same.
Return recurrence number 134. His 103rd attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Decision made for a void sacrifices of past companions approaching 0.00018%. Over synchronicities risk detected.
Hobo.
Life cycles of the 12 crisis is terminated in sequence. He regressed the extrapolation process. Number 5,297. His 5,266th attempt to breach the layer has failed. Other stuff.
So he's killing them faster to just get this along.
Yeah. No, subject strategy now nearly identical to Eternal Recurrence number 42. Mind function degradation detected with possible irreversible damage. Wait, here's the thing.
So he's running on more and more autopilot.
Yeah, but also here's a thought. So he's like having problems with damage to himself, right? And he's a computer program effectively, right?
Yep.
What if the Flame Weaver was the scepter being like delete and it started over with a new Phynon?
Now, I don't think that this is the case just because of how these administrator notes are treating it. That would be a recognizable function. I think this is more in line with data corruption causing issues for the simulation.
We shall see. Administrative detector received. No more prompts about the risk of mind function damage. Oh boy, more of these. Okay.
Let's see.
I'm looking for anything
layer
new.
temp, layer
Hold on, these
temp,
are all the
layer
same.
temp.
These are all the same.
The numbers
Keep going
are changing.
down. Yeah, but it's just getting bigger.
Yeah, now it's 108,641.
Yeah, so at some point he just defaulted to get all the core flames in and continue the cycle.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, is fair that at some point that's might be all that he can think of, because let's face it, nobody, no matter how much we fantasize about it in media or whatever, can survive even like 500 years of immortality effectively, let alone however much time this is. and with as many life stressors as Final has to go through on a regular basis.
Oof.
Like,
Man.
to be honest, I'm surprised he lasted up to the 100th cycle for
Yeah.
Sane.
Number 108,642. Another cutscene. Still 33 million more to go.
But
108,647.
I'm still reminded or still drawn to that until the end of the
look so
world.
good. Deliver.
So that means that our timeline is the end for whatever reason. Anyway.
Even after going through 108,642 cycles, Mighty, your name for me has never changed.
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory name.
Yeah.
But it's a constant.
I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle. After that one and only time we walked side by side. Every time since. It always ends up like this. Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot. And the only way to kill you.
It always had to be this way.
Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you, did they ever retreat?
Never.
No.
Then they died honorably, worthy of the name of strife.
He's like, my past selves are goated. They fought
I
with
would
honor.
know, they're me.
They're me. The other ones were not. If any of them were cowards, they were not worthy. But clearly, I am consistently fucking awesome. I give myself an A+ on the test of myself.
But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
I have to remember how this feels. Remember that I was once human. Or else the destruction will completely consume me.
If you win,
Does that mean cause
tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember to give it your all and never slack off.
I'll keep that in mind. As always.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. I, the king of the Kremnoan Legion, will host the final feast in the center of this arena, and the prize will be the flames of strife. One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial. The gods' dying ramblings. Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. So you must understand, facing the demigod of strife means there's no way you'll take this core flame in peace.
I understand.
Step forward and face me in a final battle. I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance.
Whoa. He turned into Nikador for a second. Oh wow, I can't even like do anything. All I can do is just walk towards him. Jesus. Whoa.
Well, you're approaching him. Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay, I guess that's all the yeah, that's all the combat.
Yeah. Whoa. This is
He
trippy.
just slaps him in the face.
Oh god. By the way, I flicked left stick back and it did nothing. I don't want to fight him!
Well, you have.
I don't want to
God on
fight
your
Nikador.
side. You'll be fine, probably.
I hate fighting Nikador. I'm 1xing this.
Well, he loves
Greg.
fighting you.
Well, let's go then.
Hold on, let me first fix some of the audio because the music's a little too loud and I need to increase the voice a bit.
Wow, it's almost like somebody forgot to change their settings yesterday.
Same
Well, at least you
attacks.
only have to go through one phase, but...
I don't have a healer.
Well, just kill him faster. Oh, there you go. Let's go to a faster battle.
Full glory. I salute you.
Well then.
That's all I ever wanted.
Jesus Christ. Whee!
Here's the planet, bitch! Holy. How much damage is that gonna do? 9%. Merely an empty shell. Sword that what?
I don't know.
Tear open the sky.
Goodbye!
I just need to break him.
Well, you did break his corpus, I think. Oh, never mind. His corpus is back. Ooh, look at all that damage!
I'm down to my normal HP.
No, not even. Rock! 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 Rock!
Okay. You got it.
Paper, scissors!
I broke him.
I grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash.
Oh boy.
A
We're at
scorching
50%. Oh, we ain't going anywhere.
empty shell. Sword of softness.
Just get over attacking me already, please. Shattered Battleground.
Use the flames of your fury to scorch your own.
Well, he asked.
Remember this agony.
Bonk. That's so stupid. I love it.
Beer.
The flames in this body are not strong enough.
Let's do this.
Tear open the sky.
Mightimos. Let strife decide the outcome. Let
Wait, what? Did I just like counter him? What the hell? I fucking countered him.
This is really epic, though.
This is so awesome. And tragic as hell.
And you were complaining about this.
Yeah, because I thought I was gonna get my ass kicked because that happened last time, Daniel. I had to downgrade myself. I had to choose the I'm a pussy option.
You are too traumatized over one instance. my friend. Look,
Remember, you're playing a character who canonically has been grinding.
Also, Greg.
That's true, yeah, and your dogs.
I wish you eternal victory.
the 108,642nd core flame of strife fell into the fire. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loom, and pain and despair spread across distant lands.
Black Swan, I blame you for the fact that I'm here. Fuck
The
you.
blaze was still not enough. It had to be fed, even if it meant
Oh dear.
burning this body to ash.
Fire moment.
Nope. Still many to go. 31
But now we're in
million.
the millions, I think.
Yeah. 2,003,432. So that number's
Hi,
hard.
Casterus. Time to get stabbed.
There are still places it cannot reach. Moreover, the sun you bear is both cold and blinding. A
Gee,
sun
thanks. Go
that
right in.
surely cannot bring warmth to the nether realm of the next life.
Golden blood is born from the destruction. We have long since lost the right to seek warmth. Only by feeding the flames can we melt that hopeless future.
I need to smack Black Swan so hard.
Let the last cinders burn.
Allow me to ask.
But also, I think we're going to
How many
Thanatos
core
now.
flames do you
Yeah.
carry now?
Oh, we have to
We're gonna have to kill
Castris.
Hyacinth.
Yeah, 100%. All of these characters that have had, like, effectively bosses from them, 100%.
24,000,000.
Jesus.
41,183.
Such a heavy burden. So that's
I've
why
been
you've
around
turned into
here.
this. A broken idol. Tragic firewood.
No matter.
You try dealing with this
Bear
shit.
this burden as long as you hand over the core flame of death.
Dog.
I must
Oh.
refuse. As the demigod of death, I cannot watch you walk into a fate more cruel than death.
But this way, the past, present, and future will never again suffer unnecessary death.
Unnecessary death. Indeed. You are not the Finan I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass. This way, at least my realm can still become the fragrant bed where you fall asleep.
In the end,
Damn it.
still, it seems the clash of blades was inevitable.
Rip.
How painful. I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please understand that my resolve
Well,
is not to be underestimated.
Everybody, it's time to kill the
Cannot
waifu.
shape all things at
Oh,
will.
she's doing her
Nor
thing.
can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone. Not even a god. And it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority of death. I am the Hand of Shadow, Casterus, the demigod of death. Listen closely, deliverer from days past. Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their muddy depths.
Well, if there's a third one of these, we're going to have to stop.
Yeah.
Frankly speaking, we should probably stop right now, as it were.
Well, you can pause right before
Oh,
the boss
look.
fight. Oh, I
Oh,
can't
look,
go. Okay.
We stop now, and then we come back later because we
This place
started
is
early.
rich with the sweet scent of flowers.
Fucking A, Castrus! Bruh, Castrus, the fuck?
You're the one who had. Well, I guess that was technically me that had Caster Sun.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. You suck. Oh my god. Yeah, chat.
That was good.
Yeah, we're gonna. When facing the Giver, Master Legion's Lance of Fury caused the Fallen feeds my might to fail to absorb, conquer, or be conquered.
Yeah,
Nice.
so because you broke, conquered, and deconquered before he did the ultimate, or like the super ultimate, he got no extra damage off of it.
Let's go. Suck it.
All it took was a scripted fight.
Yeah, I assume a lot of people a couple 100 million people are about to get that achievement.
I am not. I got it before.
By the way, apparently people are tracking the revenue of Star Rail. Star Rail's revenue in a specific Chinese app store jumped 94 spots in the last week.
Gee, I could
Not even last
only
week, the last
imagine
2
how
days.
that happened.
Absurd. But yeah, chat, we shall come back later. We're gonna watch some old Doctor Who, which it's
Not
old
that
now.
old.
It's like at least a good decade and a half old, Greg.
It's younger than us.
It's still old, just
By
like
Doctor Who standards, it's not old.
that
And
is true.
And by Finon standards, it's like a single-celled organism.
Well, the Doctor might be. Who the knows? But yeah, We'll see you in a little while. Bye-bye.